All right. Peace and power, divine family. I am here back with another powerful topic. I did this video on Facebook, but I had problems with my phone. I have two phones. My first phone was on the verge of death, and so I couldn't finish going in depth with my topic. So I had to go to my second phone, and then I started to go live on my second phone, and my second phone has 100% charge on the battery, but it had connection problems when I was trying to do the live video. Right now, I am out here in the yard, the big yard, and I am grounding to the earth. Grounding. Getting back in tune. Getting back in touch with my natural self, because I am the natural man. I am the earth. The earth is me. But I want to bring you a topic today that explains to you something very, very, very deep. Okay? Like I said, I did this video already on Facebook, and you can go see that at my Facebook, my what I want to call my Matrix world given name, if you want, lack of a better word. At Marcus A. Clark. Go and watch that. Marcus A. Clark, Marquess, A, middle initial, CLARK, last name. And that's how you're going to find the videos. But I'm doing it now this way. I'm recording it the old-fashioned way, and then I'm going to upload it later. So in this download, I'm going to talk to you about the 7 top movies that I recommend you watch and you see to wake you up to the world around you and to wake you up to your subconscious mind and the reality of the power that you harness with your subconscious mind. And in these movies will show you how the subconscious mind can be harnessed. The power of the subconscious mind can be harnessed. But you need to go watch these movies to be able to see that and do that and know that. Okay? Yeah, I'm admiring myself right now. I can't even lie about that. I really am admiring myself right now. But let me get down to the download, okay? I like looking at my hair though when I'm in the camera, seeing how it grow and how healthy it look. But what you need to understand is this, divine, is that movies have messages in them. And this country is going to send you signals and signs. They're doing it now, sending you signals and signs, subtle messages, subliminal messages through movies. And in these movies, they are showing you and telling you to prepare yourself. But you don't know to prepare yourself because you are surface dwellers. You think surface-wise, and you don't know how to read between the lines. So me being the great master communicator that I am, I'm going to communicate to you the language and interpret the language in these movies that you are being blind to and you can't see. So in my top 7 movies I suggest that you watch to transcend and surpass this world today, I'm going to list right here for you today. You need to get a pen and pad out for these movies because these movies have deep implications. And because you are a surface dweller and because you don't understand and you don't know how to read the times, you're going to miss out when the ship comes down to pick up nobody but the super rich and leave you here. I'll explain more about that later. Okay? So, let me get into the topics of these movies. My 7 top movies to awaken your mind to the subconscious and the spiritual world and to awaken you to what's going on around you in America. Because America's sending you signs and even the Bible has a lot of, understandings of what we're living in right now. It talks about it. So the number 1 movie you need to watch, you got to see, and if you haven't seen it, shame on you, is The Matrix. You got to watch The Matrix. You got to go see The Matrix. The Matrix will show you what the real world is. You see, you are being stripped right now of your true identity, which is your spirituality. And The Matrix shows you that this world is in a simulation of the spiritual world. You wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual powers of a deeper, darker entity. You don't wrestle against flesh and blood. The Matrix shows you that. The Matrix shows you that it is not flesh and blood. It is not the world that we see around us that is the real world. This is a simulation of the spiritual world. That's why we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against spiritual powers. of a deeper and darker worlds, of a deeper, darker entity. We wrestle against spiritual powers. So you need to understand how The Matrix is a movie to show you that this isn't a simulation of the spirit world. They are stripping you of your true identity, which is your spiritual matter, your spirit self, your true nature, who you truly are. You are truly spirit man. You are the natural man. You belong to the earth. You understand? And you are the spirit man. You are made up of the energies that this earth is made up of. Okay? You need to understand that, and you need to know that the movie, The Matrix, is going to be your #1 movie you need to watch to wake you up subliminally to the simulation that's happening around you. Because this isn't a simulation. This is just a depiction of what we are spiritually. This is what's the world that you see is a depiction of what's really inside of us. It is not what goes into a man, but what comes out of a man that defiles the man. And so when you see the evils going on inside the man, when you see the evils in this world, that's not something that's happening to you. It's something that is coming out of you. Because everything that is out everything that we have out here came from within. So everything that you see on the outside came from within. Even the trees came from within what? Came from within the earth. Came from within the earth. So you need to understand that the Matrix shows you that this isn't a simulation. Even the trees show you that this is a simulation of the spirit body. The trees are basically the neurological vessels, blood vessels of the planet. And that leads me into my the nervous system of the planet, which leads me into my second movie that you need to watch, which is another top movie, did big numbers at the box office, which is Avatar. Avatar is a movie that help you, teach you how to tap back into earth energies, the power of the earth energies. You need to understand that we are electrical beings. The earth is an electrical vessel. We tap into the earth energy when we ground ourselves to the earth. We tap into the earth energy when we put our feet in the soil and we put our feet back on the land and we ground ourselves back to the earth. When we get back in tune with nature, when we get back in tune with the natural body, that is the earth. The earth is the natural body, literally. That's why I said, if you watch the movie Avatar shows you how beautifully we can become, how we can tap into all that is life. And the movie Avatar shows you that everything is life. Everything communicates. Everything is life. Everything communicates. Everything has life in it. Everything that is life is to be respected. And so you see in the movie Avatar how they were connected to the ground. They were connected to the trees. They were connected to the animals. They were connected to the air. They were connected to the waters. They were connected even to the fire. They were connected to it all. You got to go and watch Avatar to reconnect back to the powers of the earth energy. Back to the powers of the earth energy. This is going to show you how you can tap into, I wonder what happened. This is going to show you how you can tap into the powers of the earth energy. All right? Now, what's going on with my phone? There we go. Shake that boy right. Now, the next movie you're going to want to watch. After you get Avatar and you learn how to tap back into the power of the earth energies, learning how to get grounded with the earth, getting back grounded. And listen to me. The earth is an electrical vessel. We are standing on a live volcano. At any given moment, this earth can explode itself into oblivion. We are living on hot molten lava. Right underneath us is hot molten lava where they pull oil from. This is what lava does. It turns. You ever see lava turning at in Hawaii when it explodes and the volcano erupts? That's oil right there. They can't harvest it at that time because it turns into it's damn near too hot to even harvest. But by the time it hits landfall and it starts to slide, you can't do nothing with it. It hardens up real quick, kind of like quick rock. Hardens up real quick. You can't really harvest it after that. but it is molten lava, it's molten rock. You understand? And we are standing on a live volcano, a hot vessel full of fire and energy and electric. So when you get in tune with the earth, you are getting in tune with the electrical currents that is running through to power this earth. The molten lava is powering this earth. So you stand on the ground to tap back into that, to feel that, to get in tune with that electrical current. Just like the trees are in tune. Everything is connected and interconnected. Everything is connected to each other. Everything is interconnected. The trees are connected to the ground. You ever heard that song? There was a tree in the ground and a hole in the grass and the hole in the grass and the hole in the wall. And it goes around and around and the green grass grows all around. Remember that? That's telling you that everything is connected. You understand? There's a bird in the tree and a tree on the grass and the grass on the ground and a hole in the ground. All that. That tells you everything is interconnected. Watching Avatar will teach you, show you how that you need to start respecting everything that is life, have life, and you need to understand that you are interconnected. So guess what? Nothing happens in and of itself. You are affecting everything. You affect everything. Everything affects you. That is life and has life. Because you're living on a living vessel. You're living on a living vessel. That's why in Avatar they respected life. They respected the animals. They respected their power. They gave them their place on the planet. That's why you cannot live one with animals, because you don't give animals their place. You don't respect them. Animals fear you. So this is why animals attack you, because you've given animals a fear. And so animals are always on a defense when they see you. But when you see animals in Avatar, when he stood his ground against that rhino looking thing, you understand? He respected the rhino, but he stood his ground and the rhino respected him. He's like, I'm not here to harm you. You understand? So you need to tap back into the earth energies. And this world is going to destroy the earth. Destroy. Human beings are destroying the earth because we have no respect for life. This is why when you become one with the earth energies, you become one with all that is life. And when you become one with all that is life, you can go into a lion's den like Daniel did and be untouched. You know why? Because he understood he was one with all, and all is God. God is all, and all is God. And Daniel was one with God. He was tapped into God. He was one with God, and God is all. And so when he went into the lion's den, he was untouched, unharmed, because he understood that he was one with God. And when you become one with God, you become one with all. When you are one with all, you are one with all that is life. You respect life. Go and get Avatar. That's number 2. Number 3, you want to get Elysium. No, my bad. Lucy. Not Elysium yet. We're going to get on that one. Lucy. Go get Lucy. You want to get Lucy because Lucy will show you how you can tap into not 100% of your brain, even though Lucy was able to do that. She was able to tap into 100% of her brain power. But we can tap into more of our brain power by tapping into and challenging more of our creativity, more of our analytical mind. You know, right brain, left brain. Critically thinking, having an analytical mind and having a creative mind. You understand? So you want to be able to do this by tapping into more of your creativity. If you are a creative person, then you need to start tapping into your analytical side to harness more power of your brain. If you are analytical, start tapping into your creative mind to harness more power of your brain. Singing and writing songs doesn't come as easy to people as math comes to people. And strategizing a plan. But you need to be able to tap into both to harness more power of your brain. And Lucy in that movie showed us how she was able to tap into both. And when you are able to tap into both sides of the brain, of the hemisphere, when you are able to tap into the power, more power of your brain, what happens to you is you then become omnipresent, as Lucy was. She was in everything. You become all in one and one in all. And this is not like Avatar, you become one with all, but you become one in all. You become one in all. You understand that you can manipulate. You understand? You can manipulate energies. And Lucy was able to manipulate energies. If you go watch that movie, she was able to do whatever she wanted with the men that came to attack her. And she stopped them and threw them to the ceiling and all kind of stuff. With the power of her thought. Just with more power of our brain. And if we tap into 100% of our brain, my God, where we're going to go. Where we're going to go. You know. But she was one with all. So when she tapped into more power of her brain, you know what happened? She was able to go deeper into a reality where she became immortal. She was immortal. She was not dead. Even though you cannot, what I wanted to say was she transcended to being transmuted. She transcended to being transmutated. She was transmutated. She was transmutated from being, she transcended from the physical realm into the spiritual realm, and she was not dead. She was not dead, yet she was in everything. She was in everything. She was not dead. She was in everything. Let me stop moving because I keep disappearing. She was in everything. She did not die. She transmuted. Her energy transmuted from the physical realm to the spiritual realm. And when she transmuted into the spiritual realm, to transmute is to take on another form. She took on another form and became that of all the energy that was in the room with the computers, with the computer chips. She became in the sockets and the plugs. She became one with all of the energy and the electrical outlets in the room and the currents in the room. She became one with all of that energy. But she was everywhere. She was in the wind. She was in the air. They felt her. They felt her when they felt their energy like the wind. She was in all of it. Okay? She was in all of it. So you want to go watch Lucy so you can know how to transcend, to transmutate, to taking on another form. This is why I said change is good. Change is good. You need to change because the one constant in life is change. And energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. It can only be transferred. And when it is transferred, it is then taking on another form. So you want to change. If you do not change, if you don't subject yourself to change, then you trap your energy from taking on other forms. You trap your energy and you keep your energy stagnant. And this is why you go nowhere in life. You keep your energy stagnant. You go nowhere in life because you keep your energy stagnant by not changing. You need to change. It's good to change and change constant so you can transform and transmutate into different things and become different people and become better at different things. This is why you see people that are multi-talented, people that are good at being like Kevin Hart and, you know, can do comedy and do acting and all this other kind of stuff he can do. It's like a multi-talented artist. They know how to use all of their creative energy. And they don't just subject themselves to being comics, but he became an actor and he became a philanthropist and all kind of good stuff. You can tap into more of your creativity to tap into more of your brain power, or you can tap into more of your analytical mind to tap into more of your brain power, as Lucy did. So you want to go watch Lucy. Number 4, you want to go and get Elysium. As I was explaining, Elysium is going to show you a depiction of the world to come. I say by 2022, we're going to see the world of Elysium. Elysium is a movie. Didn't I say I was going to stop moving? All right, let me stop. Okay, Elysium is a movie that shows you what the super rich is getting ready to do. What they're already doing. And I'm not going to sit here and explain the movie Elysium, but you need to go watch it. And basically the super rich, and you can even be like the middle class, forget about it. You're just as poor as anybody else. And even if you're rich, because not everybody can fit on this star that they created and launched into space. And on this star is every powerful, because it's not for the rich, it's for the powerful. And people that run countries and govern countries, you know, presidents and prime ministers and stuff like that, popes, they're going to be on this star, governing the planet from that star. Governing the planet from that little makeshift star that they made up like a spaceship, but they watch over the planet and they govern the planet from that star. And they have robots running the earth. Robot police. You understand? A robot is incapable of having emotion. So if you get pulled over for a speeding ticket, you're going to get a speeding ticket. No matter what. And so you already see robots in police stations now you know, little robots that go in to detect if bombs are in the house or something like that. But you're going to see robots in police uniform next. That is coming very soon. Very soon. And when you are left here in America, in this country especially, when you are left in America, and what's going to happen to America? America's getting ready to fall. And it's going to get ready to be desolate. And when what's about to happen to America is, and you're still here during that, you're going to be one of those members. You're no longer is product, the #1 consumerism of America. People now are the product in consumerism. You're going to be product stamped. You're going to be product stamped. And you're going to be the #1 consumerism product on the planet. You're going to be the cattle. Everybody, black, white, Asian, you're going to be slaves again. You're going to, why do I keep moving? You're going to be slaves again. And I'm not, yes, not in whips and chains, but you're going to be basically programmed. Programmed to do what they say you need to be doing. And if you don't, look at the beating Matt Damon got in Elysium from those robots. That didn't look like it felt good. So this is to show you what's going to happen with the world to come. In the next, I say 5 years, 2022, 23, you're about to see the world of Elysium. I'm telling you right now, as sure as I stand here. Elon Musk, SpaceX, is probably going to be the tycoon that's going to help launch that. Okay, so you go and watch. The next one, number 5, is going to be World War Z. World War Z with Brad Pitt is showing you what the pharmaceutical companies is doing to people's minds. Now, this movie is about zombies, but it's not like your zombie that look like, you know, ghouls, green goblins and ghouls. These are not your average looking zombies on this movie. These are actually really, you know, real looking people who just have dead eyes. You know, dead eyes like the white eyes, dead eyes, you know, and some dead eyes like they don't move. And so you're going to see what the pharmaceutical companies is going to be turning people into in a while. You know, you understand what I'm saying? What they're doing now. About 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer, there was a crazy man in Miami who was so drugged out from the pharmaceutical drugs that he killed the man on the side of the highway and started eating his body. And the police had to shoot him to stop him, kill him. This is real stuff. This is real. This is no joke. This was real. Go look up the story of the man who started eating the man on the side of a highway because he was drugged out of his mind on drugs. The pharmaceutical companies is drugging people up, and World War Z is going to show you how the pharmaceutical companies is going to zombify the minds, and it's going to be mayhem and warlock around here. It's going to be Armageddon around here. People are going to be so drugged out. I'm not a doomsday theorist, as I explained in my video yesterday. I'm not a doomsday theorist. But this is what's really happening. I don't believe that you need to prepare with loaded guns and all that stuff. If you do, more power to you. But I believe that you need to prepare yourself to leave this country and go back to a way of living where they respect natural law and universal law and natural order. Okay? There's countries out there that still respect that, like Cuba, until just recently Obama and Cuba made that opening the come over deal. But Cuba, okay, so they wanted to keep their natural resources within house. They didn't want to use America's resources because they were sold their souls for that. You understand? They didn't want to sell their souls for that. Number 6, I believe I am on, or yeah, number 6. Number 5, number 6 is number 6 is Sherlock Holmes. Now, this is going to teach you how to tap into the power of premonition and intuition. Premonition is the mind. Well, I say the mind, but this is not the mind. The mind is actually the whole body. Premonition. I bet how many of y'all going to tell me, didn't I say I was going to stop moving? All right, premonition is the mind, body. Intuition is the gut. You understand? In that movie, Sherlock Holmes, I forget the guy's name who played Iron Man. He plays the main character, him and Judd Law. He's going to show you how to manipulate and see a situation unfold before it even happens He's going to show you how to see a situation unfold before it even happens and manipulate the situation to your outcome. And if you go watch Sherlock Holmes, he was able to do that. He had a premonition of every environment that he walked into. He was able to see what was about to happen and unfold. And before it can unfold, he rearranged the events. He rearranged the events through his subconscious mind. He rearranged the events through his subconscious mind to what he wanted to happen, how he wanted it to play out, and it played out exactly to how he played it out in his mind. And if you tap into the power of premonition, go into your subconscious mind, you can manipulate environments, situations to turn out to be the way you want them to be. You can rearrange the outcome. But you have to tap into the intuition part of the body now. This is having a gut feeling, and this is why you are asleep and your surface dwellers, because you don't think subconsciously, and your intuition, your gut, which is a brain, your intestines, which is a brain, is why you say, I have a gut feeling about this, and your gut, which is actually a brain, you got to understand that your gut is your intuition. It's where your intuition dwells. When you have an intuition about a certain situation, then you can manipulate the outcome, because when you have an intuition, that is your premonition. When you have an intuition, it's showing you what's about to happen. This is why you say, I can see this being all bad. I can see this going wrong. I can see this ain't going to go right. You can see it. That's right. You can see it. Now manipulate the environment to work out for your good and your best. That's premonition. Casting a vision upon what you see, rearranging the events for your good, for your benefit. You can do that. I do it every single time. Every environment I walk into, I have an intuition about it. Oh, this is the environment I'm walking into. This is what that is. I feel this in my gut. And so I go into a vision of casting, I go into my subconscious mind to casting a vision out there into the universe of what I want to happen. Okay? This is also the law of transmutation of energy. That's the universal law of transmutation of energy. I can use my gut intuition, gut feeling in any environment I walk into, and then turn it around to have a feeling about it, to turn it around for my good, my best. Okay? I can turn it around for my best. I can cast the image and the vision out there on this situation, and I can benefit from it where I don't lose. And that's what Sherlock Holmes teaches you. You need to go and watch that movie. Now, another movie you need to go and watch, number 7, last but not least. I think that's 7. I'll go over them in case I forgot one. Number 7 is Will Smith, I Am Legend. Now, I Am Legend is basically a movie about, subconsciously and subliminally, it's a movie about famine, about desolation, about what's going to happen in the land of famine. This is what's happening when famine comes around. People are going to fend for themselves. You're going to have to survive as everyone for themselves, every man for themselves. This is why I Am Legend. He was out to try and save the world because he was basically finding out he was like the only human left. You understand? He was the only human left. And what he was trying to do was save the world through his humanity. And the world basically but the world was desolate. Famine came upon all the land and the world was desolate. This is subliminally. It's a subliminal message that you don't see, but it's there. And you're going to have to understand that this is what the world is going to look like. It's every man for themselves. That's what that movie was depicting. Every man for themselves mentality in the world of famine. You're going to have to find a way to survive. And this is why the doomsday people go and get their guns, because they know this. They go and stock up on guns because they know this. I'm here to bring you an enlightened message, Divine, and I'm telling you that through these movies, you can wake yourself up. Through these movies, you can understand what America and this world is getting ready to come to. And you need to go to a country where parts of the country are basically, they are still, they respect the laws, they respect ancestral spirits, and you're going to go to parts of the world, and even in this country, America, you can go into parts of this country to where they're not going to come for you at. The jungles, the hills, the mountains. You need to go to these parts. Basically, what I'm saying is you need to find your way off grid. Anybody that lives on the grid is everybody that lives on the grid is subjecting themselves to what's going to come down the pipe. And what you need to do is find your way off grid. You need to find your way, because that's what I'm doing. I'm readying myself to get off grid. January 29th, my due date. I'm out. And I'm only going to be thinking about those that I love, If they want to come, they come. If not, I'm not gonna force you. But I ain't about the doomsday theory. I ain't about scaring anybody. I'm about giving you prophecy. I'm about giving you divine intervention. I'm about giving you wisdom. I'm about giving you conscious mind. To live in your conscious mind, to stay awoke inside this world that is trying to manipulate your energy and steal from you and rob from you your soul, which they are doing. That's why The Matrix was my #1 movie. They are robbing you. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual powers of a deeper, dark force and entities. We are wrestling against a spiritual world. This is in a simulation out here, I explained. Okay? The Matrix shows you that. This is depicted. The world around you today is depicted from the spiritual world. We are the natural, living, breathing spirit man. As the Bible says that from the dirt we came, from the dirt we will return. We are the natural soil. We are the natural soil. We come from the dust and we're 80% water. We are the earth. We are the land. We are the natural living man. We are the sovereign man. You understand? So you need to go and get these movies. And I'll relist them. And I won't go through the dialogue again, but I'll relist them here. Why you need to get these movies and watch them, to show you, help you tap into your own personal power, your subconscious mind, and give you an understanding of what America is about to show you. And what America, matter of fact, is doing to you right now. But you need to be awoke. You need to wake yourself up to this. Some of you are not woke to this. And some of you are going to miss the train when it comes by. Everybody's waiting on Jesus to come. And Jesus, and everybody knows the story about the man who the city had flooded, and his house was flooded, and he was standing on the rooftop, and he said, I'm waiting on Jesus, but Jesus said, I saw on the boat. Jesus said, I saw on the helicopter. I saw a guy on a kayak. And you didn't see all these people? And the point here is, y'all, stop waiting on someone to come out of the sky to save you, and save your damn self. And save your damn self. Stop waiting on someone to save you and save your damn self. That was the message that's what I get out of that little message. When he said, I sent the guy in the helicopter, I sent the guy in the boat, I sent the guy in the kayak. Yet you didn't see me come for you. I came for you in these forms. Basically, your salvation, you're going to be saved in what form? In the human form. Through humans, through people. You understand? Jesus was a savior for his people of his time. We are given saviors here every single time. We are given saviors here. And saviors are to do what? Saviors bring a message, as Jesus did. Me and my Father are one. I am one with my Father. I am living his message. I bring this message to you. And so am I. Me and my Father are one. And I bring you a message, a prophesying message. I prophesy to you these things, these messages. Why? Because I am living in my conscious mind and able to tap into my subconscious mind to do what? To be able to see what's going on around me. Hemisphere, left side brain, right side, left side brain. I'm able to analyze my situation, and I'm able to create a new one. I'm able to analyze my situation, and I'm able to create a new one. Being analytical and being creative. This is what you need to do when you tap into both parts of the brain. You got to be analytical and you got to be creative. So I'm able to analyze situations and create the outcome I want, because I learned how to tap into, like Sherlock Holmes, the gut feeling, the intuition, and then I cast a premonition on that situation, and I manipulate the outcome of that situation for my better, for my good. That's power. That's power. And once you tap into that power, nobody can stop you. Nobody can take away from you what you can do. But that's why The Matrix is the #1 movie. You need to understand that they're stripping you, showing you that you are a spiritual person. And once you know that you are a spiritual person, you will know that you are more powerful. Once you know that you are spiritual, you will know how powerful you are. But you won't know that you are spiritual because you surface dweller. You're a surface dweller. And when you are a surface dweller, you think that this is it. This is all there is. Out here is what the reality is. You think that the outside manipulates the inside, when it's actually the opposite, because not what goes into a man defiles him, but what comes out of the man defiles him. This doesn't affect us inside. It's what's inside that affects our surroundings. I always say that you are a reflection of your environment, and your environment is a reflection of you, because you are casting a vision on your environment, whether you know it or not. You are casting a premonition on your environment, whether you know it or not, the vision that you want to have. And because you may dream, you can dream about having a big home and a nice car and all that stuff, but you don't cast through tapping into the mind. You only look with the conscious mind, but you don't go into the subconscious mind to manipulate the energy, to manipulate the outcome, to manipulate the energy like Lucy did in the movie Lucy, and then manipulate the outcome like Sherlock Holmes did in the movie Sherlock Holmes. Once you know how to tap into the energies by grounding, getting with the earth, grounding to the earth. When you learn how to tap into the energies by grounding to the earth, you feel the vibrations and you feel the energies. Then you can manipulate the. Then you can understand the energies, manipulate the energies. When the time of mayhem come like World War Z, and when the time of famine come like I Am Legend. Be ready for these times, divine. I am the prophet emoji bringing you this message, the enlightened messenger of God. I'm bringing you something powerful. You need to get this. You need to get this. You need to understand this. Go get those movies. Number 1, The Matrix. Number 2, Avatar. Number 3, Lucy. Number 4, Elysium. Number 5, World War Z. Number 6, Sherlock Holmes. And number 7, I Am Legend. That's my time. Appreciate you being here, divine. Peace and power. TheEnlightenedPoet.com. See you there.